everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Creating Your Career with Marla J. Williams. I am so super excited, as I am for every episode, for this particular episode, because we are speaking to Faith Joyner of Faith Joyner Counseling. Go ahead and say hey to everybody, Faith.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, this is so exciting, guys. So, guys, get your pens and paper, get ready, because we're going to go into it here. So, a few things, I like to discuss how I met the person I'm interviewing and just give a little bit of background. So, I'm going to read her bio and then I'm going to give a little bit of background as to how me and Faith met. So, it's awesome. But I want to first read her bio. Okay. So, Faith loves, I'm reading verbatim here. So, Faith loves to see people thrive and reach their full potential. I can agree to that. Her passion for people began early in her career when she served in the United States Air Force, go military, United States Navy here, helping people get settled into their new duty station as well as getting them prepared for deployment. While in the Air Force, she traveled to several countries, including Germany, where she met her wonderful husband, Jamal, of 13 years. Since then, she has received her bachelor's degree in psychology and her master's degree in marriage and family therapy from Liberty University, where her passion grew even stronger. Faith has over 8 years of experience working with individuals, couples, and families. Her clients have described her as honest, trustworthy, and compassionate. And yes, I can agree to those. Faith uses her professional and personal experience to help people develop and cultivate healthy relationships. She accomplishes this by conducting relationship counseling and coaching, speaking at marriage conferences, and hosting her own For Wives Only workshops. Yes, she has her own workshops, which are amazing. I have attended. They are amazing. So please try to attend the next one. And I'll let Faith talk about that a little bit later. She is also the author. Yes, she's a published author, everybody. Hello. She is the published author of marriage-themed book, Your Tool Guide for a Happy Marriage, Practical Solutions on How to Build a Thriving Marriage. And it is a great book. Faith is a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of Florida. She is currently working towards her licensure in the state of Georgia. And she also serves as an advocate for survivors of domestic and sexual abuse and assault. Oh my God. So that bio right there tells everything. Okay. Oh my God. So you can see, everybody, why I am so super excited about this interview. So how me and Faith met. So I meet tons and tons of beautiful and wonderful people all the time. You guys know I'm a social butterfly, but I met Faith at an organization that we both used to belong to. And we didn't talk at first. I didn't really know her. And then all of a sudden we just started working together and just started collaborating on stuff. And then, I don't know, it just it just happened. And now here we are, great friends. I actually do the interview. She's like, yes, of course. And here we are. So I am so super excited. So let's go ahead and talk about how Faith has decided to build her career. And guys, my passion is for you guys to learn. I'm going to say that every single time because that's my hashtag learn. Hashtag is teach, train, educate. So you guys can walk away with something in your pocket. Okay. All right. So let's jump right in. So tell us, Faith, where you're from, and a brief history about yourself up until now.
So I am from Jacksonville, Florida. As you read in my bio, after high school, I went into the United States Air Force and I served for 5 years and 10 months. And as you stated already before, I met my husband in Germany and I started my bachelor's degree while I was in the military. And so I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. After my bachelor's degree, I went on to study marriage and family therapy for my graduate studies in my master's course. And from there, I was working at a job. It was a good job. I was a business manager there. Great people. But I was not working. I wasn't happy. Let me say that. I wasn't happy. I knew I wasn't in my purpose. I knew that there was more for me. This job was so great and these people were so awesome that they created positions for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how good the job was. They created positions for me. And so, however, I still wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't happy. There was no peace there. I would be done with my work. Let's just say I got there at 9. I would be finished with my work at 11 for the whole day, Wow. And so there was nothing else for me to do because I was I'm a fast learner. I'm a fast worker. And so it just wasn't fulfilling for me. So what I did was I sent out a whole bunch of resumes and waited for someone to call me. And, usually we hear stories of, I sent out one resume and then bam, somebody called me. Well, it didn't happen like that for me. Yeah, it didn't happen like that for me. It took a couple of years for me to get in, to get an interview. And because I was a business manager and I worked in finances and payroll and stuff like that, getting into my career field, which is counseling, was hard because people didn't see that I had any counseling experience. So I had to take an entry level in counseling. And I did that. At the time, me and my husband was able to afford me taking a lower pay rate. And I had courage and I just went for it. I was a counselor for teenagers who were suffering with substance abuse issues. And so I worked at a treatment center there. And that's how my counseling career started.
Oh my God. I love you. I love that. So when you said, I don't know if you heard yourself there. Everyone listened to what she said. She said she had courage and she just went for it. As you'll see, that's the theme as I do these interviews. She had courage and she just went for it. So, okay, I love that. I can elaborate on that, but I'm not. Okay. So
And may I
that
say
leads.
something else, Marla, on that?
No, go right ahead.
You have taught me, and I follow you and I love your work as well. I love how you teach. I just think you're an extraordinary teacher. And one of the things that you taught me was, pick your one word that describes you personally and you professionally. And so I know your one word is teach, right? Your one word is teach. And my one word is courage.
Yes,
I
I love it.
It takes courage to do what you love to do. And I believe it takes courage to, as far as counseling is concerned, to get to the place where you desire wholeness and actually do what you have to do to be whole and to be healed in whatever areas you need to be healed in. So I've learned that from you, and I thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, God. I'm telling you, this is awesome. And that's what again, I can say it over and over again. My passion is to teach, train, educate, for people to learn and just walk away with doing what they want to do. I feel that we're here for a reason. Don't leave this earth without doing what you want to do. And you don't need anyone's permission to do that. So I love that you had that courage, hashtag courage. You had that courage and you went for it and you're still doing it. And that leads us right into question two, where we're talking about your current career field. So walk us through a day as to what a marriage and family counselor does. What do you do for those who don't know? Because when we hear counseling, we think, oh no. But what does a marriage and family counselor do?
Right. So when you say step by step, so what I usually do is I receive either phone calls or email inquiries about my services. So usually I have someone call in or send me an email and ask me if I have any availability, if I take insurance, and how much are my fees for counseling. And so I let them know if I'm available and when I'm available. I do have a set time. I am very fortunate to have the career that I can create my own schedule. So I let people know, okay, I'm available on this day and this day. I'm usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays and the third Saturday of every month, because I know people have, stuff to do on a weekday. So they need a weekend to come in. And after we establish that, I let them know about my fees. And at this time, I do not take insurance. And so, however, I do offer a sliding scale fee for clients who may not be able to afford counseling. I don't think money should ever be an issue as to the reason why people don't pursue wholeness or don't pursue healing. So money is not an issue for me. So then when I meet the couple, either I do conduct individual therapy as well. Although I am a marriage and family therapist, I do conduct individual therapy. So if I were to see an individual by herself or himself, we will discuss what are their needs, what are their goals, if they're dealing with any anxiety or depression or family issues or transitions, or whether that's, I was in school and now I decided to get out of school and I don't know what to do. Or, I'm transitioning from being married to being divorced, or I'm transitioning from, being married and now my spouse passed away. Right. And so I deal with a lot of those clients. And I also see couples, and couples work is amazing. I love couples work. It is challenging because when you have two different people with two different perspectives and trying to get them on the same page, it takes a lot of humility on the client's end to kind of just sit back and see it from their spouse's perspective, And so that can be challenging, but I love what I do. So anyways, back to my day, my schedule. So they come in, we do an intake. So I figure out, I find out what are your goals, what do you want to do, what you want to accomplish in counseling. I ask people all the time, how would we know that you've accomplished your goals? What would be the difference between the Marla now and the Marla when she's able to cope with the loss of, her child? Or, what would be the difference? Will she stop crying? Will she be able to go out and hang out with her friends? Will she pick up her hobbies again? Like, what would be different? Right. And so that's part of the intake. And then after that, we decide if they want to come weekly, biweekly, or monthly. And I tell people all the time, that's totally up to you. This is your counseling session. You are in charge of this, and I'm not in your bank account. So you decide. You decide how much money you want to spend on your healing journey. And so that pretty much concludes, how I do things and what's included in my day of counseling.
Wow. So I don't know if everyone heard that, because that's what I do. Is I'm trained as a coach. I'm trained to listen to keywords. So she said on your healing journey. So that's really what counseling is. It's a healing journey, something that we've been through. It doesn't matter what you've been through. Not everyone is an advocate of counseling, but that's why I have these talk shows so we can break down what the definition of words are. So counseling is just that, a healing journey. I love that definition, because we're helping people move forward instead of backwards. So I love that. I love that. So in creating your career, which is leading into question number 3, it says, what is the path you took for your career? How did you create? So in the midst of, yes, you went to school, you did this, but how did you put all that together? Because like you said, you didn't go directly into it. So how did you mesh that together to get to the career you're at? Because that's what we're doing. We're creating careers.
Such a wonderful question. It's such a wonderful question. It took a lot of critical thinking,
Okay.
planning, researching,
Okay.
and patience.
A big one.
Yes, because like I said, when I began to send out those resumes for me to become a counselor, I didn't get picked up immediately, right? And of course, you're frustrated. I was very frustrated. I was irritated. And I'm like, yo, I can do this. Like, I do this every day anyway. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do it professionally, And so it took a lot of patience and it took a lot of research, because all counselors aren't the same. Right. And that's one of the things that I learned while in my graduate courses, where we learned what was our niche. What did we want to do? Right. And we decided there, okay, this is the population I want to work with. And this is the population I'm not going to work with. And so I'm going to get more training in this area instead of this area. Right. So as in my graduate course, I decided marriage and family was the path for me. There were a lot of people who chose the mental health track. There were a lot of people who chose the social work track. Right. Yeah. So because I chose the marriage and family track, I had a different path. I had different research that I had to do from everyone else. I had different hours that I had to do from everyone else. And so that's what I'm saying about the research, about the patience, about you making up your mind on what you want to do and how you want to do it. Now, I am a marriage and family therapist. I can diagnose mental health disorders. I can. That's just not the path that I chose.
Okay. Okay.
I see people who struggle with mental health illnesses, and I definitely help those people. That's just not the track that I'm on. And so you have to decide, first of all, what do you want to do?
Yes.
And yes, what do you want to do? What will make you happy? What will bring you peace? What will be fulfilling for you? And then just do it. You know, we always come up with all this stuff, or, you know, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, you know, how about we just say, how about you just do it?
Right. Right.
Right. So I found out what I needed to do to be a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I did it. My coursework, all the other training that I needed to do. I had to see a certain amount of clients. You know, in the state of Florida, you have to see 1,500 clients, or you have to have 1,500 hours, right?
Wow.
Yeah. And so that includes the research, right? Like, what do people in this field do? Right. The mental health track, I think they have a different set of requirements, right? So that's why you want to research. After you figure out what you do, research it and then do it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Let me stop. That was so jam packed. I mean, first off, you said patience. Patience is the key. And I believe that I'm speaking for myself, but we have to have patience with ourselves. And then, because like you said, we want it now. We want it now. That's really the American culture. You know, it's got to be now, because we put the resume in and we should get hired tomorrow. So when I get the job tomorrow, I'm going to have 20 patients. I'm going to have 20 clients. And, you know, no, it does not work that way. And that's what I love about the word create, because I truly believe there's no path that someone else can make. You have to design your own path. You have to design your own career path. Yes, you can go to the next level or the next step, or you can go to the next degree, but you may veer off and go get this certification, or you may veer off and go take a trip to Thailand or something. I don't know. But you have to create your own path. And by doing that, you have to have courage. You have to have patience. You have to do the research, like you just said, do the research. And that goes right into question number 4. So you mentioned courage, research. What are some skills? So if I am just starting off, or someone out there is just starting off, and they want to start like you did, and they may not take your path, they may take a different path, but they want to get into counseling. What are some skills that they need to develop that they don't have right now? What are some of those skills?
Well, first, let's just talk about from the legal perspective. You know, you want to make sure that you have a degree. So if we're talking about counseling, that is a regulated career field. So the state regulates what you have to do, the training that you have to fulfill, the education requirements that you have to fulfill. So first, you want to make sure that you have a bachelor's degree in whatever related field, whether it be, social history, or sociology, or psychology, or something like that. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. And then moving forward, going into the master's program, I have a master's degree in marriage and family therapy. However, like you said, there may be people who don't want to take the marriage and family route, and want to do social work, or want to do pastoral counseling, or want to do community counseling, or want to do mental health. But you have to pick one of those tracks, right? After that, like I said, the state is going to regulate what you need to do. So I just wanted to set that clear, that make sure you check with whatever state that you're in, what the regulations are for being a counselor. So that's just on the legal side, right? We want to make sure we're legit, okay? One of the skills I believe that you have to have as a counselor, and this is just my personal belief, I believe a skill that you have to have is seeing your own mess. And you have to see your mess first before you get into counseling and talking to other people about their mess. So, so what I did was I went to therapy for myself, and I dealt with my own stuff. All of us have a history. All of us have things we need to work
Yeah,
on. All of us
yeah,
have things from our past that
yeah.
may have affected us. And so that's what I did, because when you're sitting in the chair across from someone who's dealing with something, and then their issue becomes your issue, you're not being helpful,
Mm,
because it's not right, and then it's not fair to your client that you haven't taken care of your own stuff.
wow. Wow.
So realize that you may need some counseling as well.
Mhm,
And that is a skill, to
mhm.
recognize your own mess.
Wow. Wow. Okay. That right there, everyone, again, I hope you heard that. Recognize your own mess, because how can you counsel someone where you're dealing with the same issue? And here's the okay, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, Faith.
Sure.
It's okay if you have dealt with that issue, because myself as a coach, I don't coach everyone. I've
Right.
turned down people from coaching
Sure.
because I just can't. No one can. So
Sure.
I coach people who have been through what I have been through, career wise, professionally, personally.
Mhm.
Though, and there's a large audience for that.
Sure.
So and I'm good for that area. Doesn't mean
Sure.
that I'm not constantly growing in that area. I
Sure.
am, but
Right.
I'm not where they're at.
Right.
So I can help them grow. So fixing and recognizing your mess. Wow, that's the number one. Wow, that is the number one skill. I love that you said that. I love that you
And
said
I
that
try to
because
say it in the nicest way I could possibly
no,
say it, because I'm
yes,
kind of raw.
no, that's what I want. We are raw on this show
Yeah.
because I want people to get it, because I want people to succeed. I really want people to succeed.
Mhm.
So in order to succeed, you have to recognize, okay, if I want to help someone here, I got to get fixed over here. So go ahead. You're about to go ahead. You're about to.
And I want to add, with counseling,
Yes.
because of all of the education requirements that we have, and all the training requirements that we need,
Yes.
for counselors, we may not see people
Mm-hmm.
that have been through everything that we've been through. I
Right.
counsel and I advocate
Mm-hmm.
for people who are survivors of domestic violence,
Mm-hmm.
intimate partner violence. I have never been through intimate partner violence.
Right. Right.
I've never had a romantic partner
Mm-hmm.
physically abuse me or anything like that. However, because I went through hours and hundreds and hours of training in that area, I am able to help someone who has.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to counseling, you don't necessarily have to go through everything that your clients have been through.
Good. That's good.
It's just the skill of being aware that you done been through some stuff too.
Yes.
And if
I love that.
if you're sitting with a client, and then some of your stuff does come up, make sure that it doesn't come up in front of that client, though, because that's, number one, is unprofessional, and number two, is not helpful. That client is paying you money so they can be healed, not so you can be healed. So don't make your mess about their mess. But it's okay, even as a counselor, if you have to see a counselor.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you get triggered by one of your clients' issues or something like that, and it brings up something that you didn't even think that you needed to take care of, it's okay for you to go back and for you to seek therapy for yourself.
Right. Wow. And keyword, it's okay. It's
Yes.
okay. It's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. It's no one else's world but yours. It's
Exactly.
okay to do that. So you can be the best version of you. Because one of my sayings, I always love to say this, is someone is waiting on you. That's why I created this show. Someone is waiting on you to fulfill whatever job duties or task or career or creating your career. Someone's waiting on you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a client, there's a person, there's someone out there that needs you.
Absolutely.
While you're over here in this slump, right? It's time to get up out of the slump and go. What did you say earlier? Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Okay, just do it. I mean, really. Okay, I could talk about that all day long. So
Okay.
you've mentioned quite a bit of stuff here, Faith, but I want to give this advice to others. So give me 3 entrance points that you have not already mentioned. So you've mentioned quite a bit: skills, patience, research. What are some other points that an individual may need if they want to enter into this field of counseling, whether it be marriage and family, mental health? What else? What other skills? Because we're all about learning, teaching,
Sure.
training, educating. So, what can we give to that person? What three skills or 3 interest points do you have?
Connect with other counselors.
Yes,
Right? So I am a part of the AAMFT, so that's American Association of Marriage and Family Therapists. And it's a huge network of other marriage and family therapists, right?
Mhm.
So even in your community, there may be a network or organization where there's other counselors that get together and talk about issues, or brainstorm with each other and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you're not on an island.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And as therapists, we are required, before we get our license, to be under the supervision of another licensed therapist.
Okay.
But outside of that, connect with other therapists. I connect with other therapists and life coaches. I love
Mhm.
coaches, right?
Mhm.
So I connect with those people and I network, right?
Mhm.
And in that networking, you can find out, if this other counselor has patients or clients that they can refer to you, and you may have clients and that you can refer to them. So just get outside of yourself
Mhm.
and connect with other people.
Mhm.
So that's one of the ways that I've entered into this world, especially in private practice, is I've
Mhm.
had to connect with other therapists. So find out, again, do your research. Where are other therapists training? Where are other therapists connecting, and things like that. I'm trying to think of another one. So I said connecting with other therapists. You know, how do you get um, into this field, as far as, so we already talked about the legal requirements, connecting, and social media,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Realizing, we counselors have confidentiality, we cannot, break,
Right.
so I am not Facebook friends with my clients. However, I do have a Facebook group for wives only, and some
Mhm.
of my clients are in that group.
Okay. Okay.
Right? So you can use social media as an outlet for you to spread awareness about counseling, so that it isn't such a taboo topic,
Mhm.
to spread awareness about mental health illness, to spread awareness about where people can start their healing journey. And
Mhm.
social media is just an awesome outlet for you to be able to do that.
Yeah. Yes, it gives you a platform that's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing for really anyone to use. Anyone to
Yes.
use.
Absolutely.
So we got connection, research, and social media. Okay.
Absolutely. Mhm.
I love it. I love it. So I want to go into the fun question. I always have a fun question at the end of the at the end of the interview, and that fun question is: tell us something that we, the world, may not know about Faith Joyner. What's that? One
Such
or
a
two things.
personal question that the whole world got to know about. That's a good question too. So people do not know that I am a homebody.
Okay.
So if you ever heard me speak, or if you're ever around me at all, I am, majority of my personality is extrovert. So just like Marla, I'm a social butterfly. I can talk, and I'm vibrant, and I'm energetic, and everything like that. However, I love to be at home
Yeah. Yeah.
in, just watching movies, eating popcorn or chips, reading a book,
Mm-hmm.
spending time by myself. Like I love being at home, to the point where I have to remind my husband, hey, If we've been in the house too much, let me know. And he will let me know. That's why we're going out this weekend. So I'm a homebody. I love to be at home. My home is my safe place. So
wow. And I'll actually piggyback on that. As extroverted as I am, and as much as I love to go, I love to go. I love to just take trips and just get up and go. Have spontaneity. Just go. But I myself do like being at home as well. I love getting on my couch. I actually have to make it a mission to get on my couch and cut on my Judge Judy and watch Judge Judy. So, or watch my favorite shows, Shark Tank or Undercover Boss or something like that, and get a book. I love getting, just having that time to myself, because you have to fall in love with yourself.
Yes.
So I love that time where I'm just me. But then I do, like you said, you got to get out. So I like to go too as well. I do. I stay on the go. People are always asking me, Marla, where are you going? What are you doing? I do something different every single weekend. I'm always gone. I'm always gone. But when I'm home, I'm home. So I totally understand that. So before we end, Faith, this has been awesome. Just to recap, we've talked about so much. You brought up the fact of I can't get patience out of my mind. Patience, that's what we need, because I need it. Sure. But patience, okay, research, courage was huge for me. I hope that was huge for you guys out there. Courage, that is so big, because you have to be, and I think, let me add this. I think with courage, you have to be vulnerable with yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you want to elaborate on that a little bit? Elaborate on that. You got to be vulnerable. You got to be willing to free yourself in order to have courage.
You got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes being honest with yourself is scary, because you don't want to admit that you're afraid. You don't want to admit that you're insecure. You don't want to admit that you don't believe that you have what it takes. But you have to be honest with yourself. Go ahead. I can talk on about that. Go ahead.
No, that just came to me, like, you got to be vulnerable. And I am learning that. Brene Brown, love Brene. I'm going to have her on the talk show one day. But Brene, okay? Hey, Brene, that is her thing, courage and vulnerability. I had the opportunity to hear her speak, and I'm just like, okay, I'm in love with her. Seriously, because that's awesome. You have to be able to be vulnerable with yourself. But like you said, we could talk about that all day long. But Faith, I want you to tell the audience what do you have going on, workshops coming up, ongoing workshops, because this is a video that's going to be on the channel for forever. So ongoing workshops, where can they find you? Contact information. We can actually put some links down below, but kind of give the audience where they can contact you.
So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to email me at info@faithjoynercounseling.com. And I'm also hosting for wives only workshops. I have one coming up in Orlando in October. I would love for you all to be there. I created these workshops to inspire wives to foster productive and healthy communications with their husbands. And it has been very successful. I have plenty of testimonials coming into me about these workshops. And so it's been great. And I wanted to provide a safe place where we can talk about women's issues and challenges that we face in our marriages. Single people are welcome to come if you desire to be married one day. And again, I'll be providing the link for the upcoming workshops.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I just want to say thank you so much. Guys, please subscribe to this channel. We're going to have another episode coming at the beginning of next month as well. We're going to keep these going. Give me your feedback. You can reach me with any questions. I am looking for people who want to share with the world how they create their careers. So please email me at contact@truthspeakscoaching.com. That's contact@truthspeakscoaching.com. Follow me on social media. I'm at T Speaks Coaching on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. I'm on all of them. Twitter, all of them. So guys, thank you so much for this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys got something and took away from it. I'm taking away from it, and we'll see you next month. All right.
Bye.
Bye.